do the easy thing here. And the first thing I'm going to do is show you the knowledge manager. So this is one of the major new things that we've done in Starlight 4.1.1. And you can see the set of semantic objects over here on the side. We can either relate people or say that they caused something or somehow related to something. Each one of these has a set of things inside of it. So inside of organization, we've got banks and businesses, military, and so forth. So what I'm going to do to document up this embassy attack scenario is I'm going to say that there was a person. So I'm just going to drop them over here. I'm going to say that they were a terrorist because that's the sort of person who would do a embassy bombing. And then we've got an event that was an attack. So we'll drop over the attack thing here. And we'll say this is the embassy attack itself. So there's this here. And we're going to say that that person caused the attack. So we'll just drop an arrow on this person. And we'll relate that to the attack. So I'll blow this up a little bit for you guys. So this is just a very basic kind of manual link charting type of example. But one of the things that we've done with this is we've linked it back to the data that's been loaded inside of Starlight. So I've got this set of records that talks about the embassy attack. So I can just drop them straight on here. You can see that question mark disappeared. So anything that has been placed by the user onto this canvas that doesn't have any data behind it, it's just sort of some sort of a theory that the user has been putting in, but there hasn't been any data associated with it, then you'll get a question mark. But once you've dropped the data onto it, we can double-click on this and get back to that same set of data. So here's that record set we were talking about earlier of all those reports that mention something about the embassy attack. All right. So now that we've documented this up a little bit, one of the things I'm going to do is go out and gather some more information here. So we'll go back to this set of data here, and we've got these extracted organizations that come with the data. So these are all of the various organizations that are mentioned in these 58 reports. And one of the things I'm going to do here is go out and try to find information about these people in a knowledge base that I have of terrorist groups. So I have this set of information here about a variety of different terrorist groups. There's 73 of them here. And this has information about strength and philosophy and where they are and who leads them and such like that. So I'm going to make a quick network view of this, and we'll create the network view. I don't have any edges already defined for my data, so I'm just going to make one here real quick. And it'll be from the group's name, and then we'll relate it to the related group names. And I'll just go ahead and build up this network view. So here you can see all of the terrorist organizations here. You know, we don't really know which ones yet of these have anything to do with the embassy bombing or the people who were mentioned in the reporting for the embassy bombing. So what I can do is take that same set of values here, this value set on organizations, and drop it in here, and just go ahead and select all of those organizations that were mentioned in the attacks. So now that I've got this, I want to find out all of the leaders that are associated with these terrorist groups. So I can say browse selection here. And this will just open all the currently selected records. And I've got the names of all the terrorist leaders here, so I'm going to collect those up as a set of values as well. And so we can see here all of the names that are associated with these various different groups. Now what I want to do is take all of these guys, and I'm going to drop this value set of names back onto my initial set of reports. And I want to look for it in the extracted people. So we can see there's this one guy here who happened to be mentioned in the reporting. And when I bring this record up, it's talking about this terrorist who was set free in Libya shortly before the embassy bombing happened. So we can see this guy's name, Usama Masri, right here. So now I have a piece of evidence that talks about possibly one of the people who is mentioned in the reporting about the embassy attack. So I've got that record now. So what I'm going to do is, here's the terrorist guy. So I'm just going to drop him drop that record right on here. And now if I click on this guy, I can see that same report that's been associated with the terrorist. Now that I know his name, and I'll change him to a bad guy looking person here, and we'll change his name to Usama Masri. There we go. Oops. And so once you've collected all this information up, then it starts to kind of spiral out, and you can build up a link chart just as you might be familiar with in some other link charting tools. All right, so that's what we call manual link charting. There's also the automatic link charting that I mentioned earlier. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do here is I've got a set of Word documents. So I can open one of these up, and let me drag this over here so you can see it. It's just a Word document that's a report. This was done by Strategic Forecasting, so you can see their copyright down at the bottom here. But we're just using it as a simulation of a bunch of reporting that we've collected, and we want to see what's in it. So what I'm going to do is take this directory of all those Word documents. I'm just going to drop it right onto Starlight here. So what this is doing right now is it's going through each one of those 50 or so Word documents, and it's scanning through them for various entities and relationships that exist within those. So this, like I said, it's about 50 files. It doesn't happen instantaneously, but this is a lot faster than the alternative. One of the modules we've been shipping with Starlight for a while is the OpenClay entity extraction module, which does require that you be on the internet to use it, but it also is fairly slow. For these documents, it took about 5 seconds per document, and instead it's taking about a second or two per document here. So it's quite a bit faster to be doing this with our own technology. So we've imported all those documents here, and we can see them here. This is the same Word document that we were just looking at in Word, and all of the paragraphs have been collected up here. And we could use this in a topic view or any other one of the views that we have in Starlight. But instead, I want to see the entities and the relationships that Starlight extracted from this. So we'll add a new tab over here to our Knowledge Manager, and we'll just drop this directly into the Knowledge Manager. So you can see here, and it didn't take too long to build it up, maybe a second or two. We've got all of these different organizations and groups of things. So I'll just kind of zoom in here a little bit. So one of the groups that was mentioned is Al-Qaeda, and it found some other text that was associated with those. So if we clicked on Al-Qaeda, we could get the set of documents for those, or one of these guys, we can get back to that set of documents. What I'm going to do here is zoom in to this little guy right here. So this organization, Black September, is mentioned here in a couple of documents. So this is the Word document that I just dropped on to Starlight, and it found Black September somewhere in here. But we can also see that based on that name, it's also pulled up a couple of documents that mention Black September in our knowledge base. So that's one of the things that we do kind of behind the scenes is we find other cases where this same name appears, and then we'll link all that data up. So what I can do now that I've got this Black September selected is I could say just add related data. And so here's Black September and the two things that are related to it. So just by saying add related, I can start getting the other information that we already have here and associating it with the data. So there's a little bit of the automatic link charting that we can do. Just to kind of tie it back into this embassy bombing, the other thing that I have here is I have this spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet that we have, here is just essentially it's mimicking a dump from a database. So we have a bunch of column-based information here, and each row of the spreadsheet is a different terrorism incident that we have information about. So we've got the target, tactic, fatality, so forth, where it was. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this database or spreadsheet and drop it directly onto Starlight here. And so there it is. So each one of those rows that we had in the spreadsheet is now a record inside of Starlight. And one of the things we do here is we add this long string of numbers to it. But what this does is for any other spreadsheet that I have that has the same columns, it will get added to this same set of records. Not this same record set, but if you were doing something, for example, with the record type, for those of you familiar with Starlight, that record type manipulation will be preserved for any additional spreadsheets that have the same format that you drop in here. All right, so I'm going to add all these different columns in here so we actually have something to look at. There we go. So we've got that same sort of tabular information at the top here. All right, so I was talking about the semantic mapping earlier, and this is the semantic mapping tool. For documents like Word and PowerPoint, PDF, web documents, text documents, that sort of stuff, we set up the semantics automatically for you, and that's sort of how that automatic link analysis happens. But you can also set it up on your own. So for this terrorist incident stuff,